Number one, I recognize that in a certain Pavlovian sense, to invoke the corporation is not a human being is to bring a certain kind of automatic applause. I recognize that. But
that's because it's true.
No, it's not true. As anyone who goes to law school knows, to say a corporation is a human being is not to say that a corporation has lungs and can breathe and can be murdered in the same sense a human being can. But a corporation is a human being in certain defined legal respects. So, human beings can make a contract in which I hire you, you agree to come work for me. Are you telling me corporations should not be able to make such contracts?
I can tell you exactly what I'm saying. So, let me explain. So, corporations have two different kinds of rights. In the old days, they only had legal rights because they're a legal fiction. We created them. We are their creators. So, and that is how corporations came to be. By the way, the Young Turks is an LLC. It's a corporation. So there's nothing wrong with that. I want corporations to exist. But what the Supreme Court did was it gave them constitutional rights that they have that are inalienable, endowed by their creator. We're their creator. They don't have any inalienable rights. They have no constitutional rights.
All right.
On that, I completely disagree with Cenk the Cenk. I completely disagree with him in terms of that corporations have absolutely no constitutional rights. We know what a corporation is. Yes, we put it down on a piece of paper. We form it, so to speak. But it is formed by who? By human beings, like Cenk the Cenk said. We're the creators. We created the corporation. We've actually put our name is on that piece of paper. We are the ones that are legally liable for everything that goes on in that corporation or LLC. That corporation has our name in black and white or blue, whatever, when we sign on the dotted line. It's in there. It's on the sheet of paper. That does have rights. And those rights extend from me to the corporation and from the corporation back to me. So in this thing here, Cenk, I completely disagree with his, his explanation in terms of that.
So let's look at some constitutional rights. You have an LLC, so do I. My film company, LLC. Does a corporation, which is to say, remember, a corporation in this case is the 8 guys that make up our corporation, do we have a right of assembly?
Of course we have a right of assembly.
Do we have a right of speech?
Within
am I allowed to make a movie?
No.
No, okay.
You have a right to freedom of speech.
All right,
okay,
so...
But a robot that we created that is to maximize profit does not have constitutional rights.
Okay.
What robot?
All right. So, this is actually a good test. I'm releasing a movie next month. It's called Hillary's America. Although I'm making the movie, I'm the narrator. It's actually produced by our LLC. What if you and your Young Turks goons show up at the theater and block people from getting in? Is that allowed? Because the corporation has no rights.
No, Dinesh, that's not how it works.
Does a corporation have free speech rights or not?
Dinesh, they have legal rights. It's not that they have no rights. And if you have legal rights, people can't show up and block entrance for other Americans, actual human beings, to attend a movie they'd like to attend.
Okay. So the idea of disrupting the movie is only prohibited because he wants to come watch it and he has rights. The actual right to show the movie does not exist, in your opinion.
So he has rights, and he has a right not to be blocked, not to be assaulted. So that's obvious.
And that is the only reason why you wouldn't do it.
No, there's many. I don't. First of all, nobody goes to your movies anyway. So why would you?
Oh yeah.
Who would bother to block it?
Oh really? Cenk.
Who's going to take out a Saturday night to go to a movie to block?
How many people?
Even the real movie we might block.
How many people watch a typical show of the Young Turks?
I'm glad you asked.
Okay. Okay.
So we have 210 million views a month, 7 million views a day.
Okay. And what is it? And hold on. What does it cost? What does it cost to watch your show?
So you can either watch it for free and you get advertising,
so you get what you
or
pay
you
for.
can become a member at tytnetwork.com/join.
Okay. All right. let's pivot back to what you were saying earlier about. Hold on.
I have to say here now, I don't know where Dinesh was going with that, but he should have countered with how many people, came and, are seeing his movies and basically give some numbers out there or whatever. I don't know I wouldn't have gone there. So I think that was sort of a little bit of a, I have to give that one basically to Cenk on that one, because he did put out the numbers there. 7 million views a day, 210 plus million views a month, so I think right there was this little bit of a strategic error, because it sort of gave Cenk the ability to come out there. And I don't know what that had to do with a corporation or whatever. So I really don't know where, Dinesh was, going with that. But anyways, let's continue, because he did get some boos when he's taking it back to Trump and Hillary.
About corruption, Hillary, Trump. Seems to me that you've bashed Hillary. Now you're trying to back off a little bit. Are you saying that Trump, an unknown quantity, is more dangerous than a known crook?
So, first of all, Dinesh, you keep calling her a crook, but you just got out of jail.
Oh, man. Oh, man. He just went there with that one, folks. He absolutely went there with that. Wow. So anyways, let's go ahead and see where, what I basically want to do is that let's just end it on this note here and basically say that all this thing is going on. So we'll leave it on that cliffhanger, folks, and see what Dinesh's reply is to basically saying, hey, you're a crook, from Cenk the Cenk, all right? But in this here part, I think this is probably pretty even, except I'll probably give it, although Dinesh did explain, I think his explanation of the corporation, of its rights, I basically think that, Cenk didn't really, he was just trying to, again, say his part that, corporations don't have rights. They don't have, they've got legal things, but they don't basically pertain to human beings or whatever. Of course, we all know that. So in that regard, I think I give it to, Dinesh. But then when Dinesh came up with that, I don't know where that was going in terms of, how many people watched the Young Turks. Although it didn't have anything to do with the question at hand, it basically gave Cenk the ability to promote the Young Turks and to say, hey, look, this is what we're doing, when he basically told Dinesh, nobody goes to your movies or whatever. So something like that, he should have talked about, how much it grossed. What were the numbers? How many people have seen his documentaries so far, and have they been increasing? After each documentary, that he's put out there or whatever, and where they stand in terms of political documentaries right now, to basically say, hey, look, no, people are willing to go and spend money to see mine. They watch it online. They buy the DVD, whatever it is. So in that regard, I think that Cenk sort of, won there. So in that case, probably will be even, maybe slightly give it to Cenk, because of him being able to, give his numbers out in terms of, views for the Young Turks, or what we call the Young Turks. So we appreciate you taking our time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us. Put your comments down below. Let us know what you think. I'll leave you with my final thought, which is, when you're right, you're right, and when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.